벌써부터 기분이 좋은데요. 기다려주신 만큼 좋은 시간 보낼 수 있도록 잘 준비해 보도록 하겠습니다.
Lovely viewers, gather around because today's story is one that will absolutely melt your hearts and leave you smiling from ear to ear. You know how we all love those moments when celebrities let their guard down and show us their raw, unfiltered emotions. Well, this time, Lee Min-ho has done something so sweet, so romantic, and so heartwarming that the entire internet is buzzing. Yes, you heard it right. Lee Min-ho openly declared his love in the most unexpected yet intimate way, and fans cannot get enough of it. The moment was magical, the setting was dreamy, and the words, oh, they were unforgettable. So grab a seat, relax, and let's dive into this beautiful story together. Imagine this. A quiet, elegant dinner event, lights dimmed just enough to create that perfect romantic ambience. The table was set beautifully with candles flickering, soft music playing in the background, and an air of sophistication that only such an event could have. Lee Min-ho walked in, looking effortlessly handsome as always, dressed in a perfectly tailored suit that complemented his charismatic aura. But what nobody expected was what was about to unfold in front of everyone's eyes. It wasn't just a dinner. It was a declaration of love, admiration, and respect. Throughout the evening, Lee Min-ho seemed calm and collected, but those close to him noticed something different in his eyes. There was a spark, a glimmer of pure emotion. The man who usually keeps his private life tightly guarded seemed ready to let the world know something very personal. Then, as the main course was served, the moment everyone would remember forever finally came. He picked up his glass, stood up, and looked across the room. Everyone held their breath, wondering what he was about to say. And then, with that charming smile that makes hearts flutter, he said the words that sent fans into a frenzy. Nothing beats her cooking. The room erupted in laughter and applause, but it wasn't just the words. It was the way he said them. There was sincerity, there was admiration, and most importantly, there was love in his voice. He wasn't just talking about food, he was talking about her. The way he emphasized her made it crystal clear that this wasn't a casual compliment. This was Lee Min-ho publicly acknowledging the woman who had stolen his heart, the woman who brings warmth and happiness into his life through the simplest yet most meaningful gestures, like cooking a meal. Can you imagine how powerful that moment must have felt for everyone in the room? It was pure magic. Now, fans have been quick to react, flooding social media with clips and quotes from the evening. Hashtags like hashtag Lee Min-ho dinner confession and hashtag nothing beats her cooking have been trending worldwide. People are calling it the sweetest declaration of love they've seen in a long time. And honestly, who can blame them? For years, Lee Min-ho has been the ultimate heartthrob, and while we've seen him in countless romantic dramas, seeing him express something like this in real life feels like we're witnessing a drama come to life. But this time it's real. And that makes it even more special. But here's the twist that fans can't stop talking about. Who is her? While some are speculating it's Song Hye-kyo, given their recent closeness and all the adorable moments we've seen between them, others think it could be someone else entirely. Regardless of who she is, one thing is clear. She means the world to him. And honestly, isn't that what makes this so exciting? The mystery, the romance, the little hints he drops that keep us all on the edge of our seats. It's like living inside a K-drama, except this time it's real life. Now let's take a moment to picture what must have been going through her mind when he said those words. Imagine sitting there surrounded by friends and colleagues, and suddenly the man who has millions of fans around the globe, the man who could choose to keep his feelings private, decides to openly declare his admiration for you in front of everyone. The pride, the warmth, the butterflies in your stomach. How could anyone not feel overwhelmed by such a gesture? And the way he looked at her while saying it, according to those who were present, was something straight out of a fairy tale. It wasn't just admiration. It was love, pure and undeniable. What's even sweeter is that after making that bold declaration, he went on to share how much he appreciates the little things she does for him. From preparing his favorite dishes to creating a sense of home and comfort in his life. He spoke about how these simple gestures have become the foundation of something truly special between them. Can you believe this? Lee Min-ho, the superstar, the global sensation, saying that what really wins his heart is something as genuine and heartfelt as home-cooked meals. If that doesn't make you believe in love, I don't know what will. And of course, fans, being the detectives they are, have started pulling out old interviews and social media posts, trying to find any hint about their relationship. Remember that time he posted a picture of a beautifully set dinner table with the caption, "Perfect evening"? At the time, nobody thought much of it. But now, with this new revelation, fans are convinced it was a subtle nod to her cooking. The theories, the discussions, the excitement. This is why we love K-drama stars, isn't it? Because they make real life feel just as magical as the roles they play on screen. Lovely viewers, tell me this doesn't feel like a dream come true for so many of us who have always rooted for him to find real happiness. And the best part is, this isn't a script. This isn't a scene. This is reality. A man who could have kept his emotions locked away decided to share them with the world. And in doing so, he gave us a glimpse into a love story that feels pure, wholesome, and timeless. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this beautiful moment? Do you think this is the start of something official? Could we be witnessing the blossoming of a love story that might just redefine celebrity relationships? And most importantly, do you believe the rumors that the lucky lady is Song Hye-kyo? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I know you have a lot to say about this. And trust me, we'll be keeping a very close eye on every little detail that comes out after this magical evening, because if there's one thing we've learned, it's that when Lee Min-ho makes a move like this, there's always more to the story. So stay tuned, lovely viewers, because this love story is only getting started. And something tells me the next chapter will be even more exciting, more romantic, and more unforgettable than anything we've seen so far. Are you ready? But hold on tight, because what happened next made the evening even more unforgettable. And yes, we are diving deeper into every single detail for you. You thought the story ended with those iconic words, "Nothing beats her cooking." Oh no, that was just the beginning of an evening filled with laughter, emotions, and moments that fans will replay in their minds over and over again. As soon as the applause and cheers settled down, everyone in the room couldn't stop staring at the woman who clearly had Lee Min-ho's heart. She was sitting there with the sweetest, most shy smile on her face, probably feeling like the luckiest person in the world. The glow on her cheeks, the sparkle in her eyes. People who attended said it was a sight you'd never forget. You could feel the chemistry radiating across the room. This wasn't just admiration. This was love in its purest form, and we got to witness it through the whispers of those present and the snippets that fans managed to share online later. Now here's where it gets even better. After that bold declaration, Lee Min-ho didn't just sit down and go back to eating. No. The man decided to go all in. He walked toward her table, and what he did next melted every single heart in the room. He gently placed his hand on her shoulder and said something softly that only she could hear. The way she looked up at him. Fans who saw it said it was like a scene from the Heirs or Legend of the Blue Sea. But this time there were no cameras, just raw emotion. Doesn't that give you chills, lovely viewers? Because I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Reports say that after whispering those words, he raised his glass again and gave her this long, tender look before joining in the toast with everyone else. The entire vibe of the evening shifted in that moment. Suddenly, it wasn't just a dinner event anymore. It became something truly intimate, something people will talk about for years to come. Guests started teasing them playfully, and both of them laughed, which only made the energy even warmer. There's nothing like seeing two people share a moment that feels so genuine and so right, don't you think? And guess what? Fans are now speculating that the dishes served during the event might have been personally prepared by her, or at least inspired by her recipes. Can you imagine that? If that's true, it means Lee Min-ho wasn't just making a random compliment. He was celebrating her effort and love through her cooking in front of everyone. That level of thoughtfulness is exactly why people are calling this the most romantic gesture of the year. And let's be honest, we've seen grand romantic gestures in dramas, but real life, this hits different. After the dinner wrapped up, videos started popping up online. Small clips showing Lee Min-ho escorting her out of the venue with his hand gently on her back, making sure she was comfortable and safe. You could see the protective side of him shining through, and fans were swooning left and right. Some even said he opened the car door for her and waited until she was settled inside before getting in himself. Now, I don't know about you, but that screams gentleman behavior all the way. And here's the kicker. While everyone was talking about the declaration, eagle-eyed fans noticed something else. A bracelet on her wrist. Not just any bracelet. A delicate piece that some say looks eerily similar to the one Lee Min-ho was spotted wearing a few weeks ago. Matching accessories. In the world of K-drama stars, that is not a coincidence, lovely viewers. That is what we call a subtle couple signal. And fans are losing their minds over it. Social media has gone absolutely wild. TikTok edits are everywhere, Instagram fan pages are blowing up, and Twitter. Oh, don't even get me started on Twitter. The trending list was basically dedicated to them all night. Fans are writing things like, Lee Min-ho just ended every romantic K-drama in one sentence. And her cooking Michelin stars, according to Min-ho. The memes, the fan art, the theories. This is a full-blown phenomenon now, and it's only getting bigger by the hour. Lovely viewers, imagine what this means moving forward. If he's comfortable making such a declaration in public, what comes next? An official announcement. A sweet couple photo. Or maybe, just maybe, we're inching closer to that fairy tale ending we've all been dreaming of. The possibilities are endless. And I know you're just as excited as I am to see how this love story unfolds. Now let's talk about how this has changed the way people see Lee Min-ho. For years, he's been this global superstar with millions of admirers, always so polished and professional. But in this one evening, he showed a softer, more vulnerable side. A man in love, a man who appreciates the small, heartfelt things in life like home-cooked meals and companionship. That's what makes this moment so powerful. It reminds us that no matter how big someone becomes, love is always about the simple things. And here's something really interesting. Insiders are saying that after the dinner, the two of them stayed back for a little private moment before leaving. No cameras, no crowd, just the two of them talking and laughing quietly. Some say they even shared a little toast together, just the two of them. If that's true, then this evening wasn't just a statement. It was a memory they'll both cherish forever. Lovely viewers, tell me this. Don't you think this could be the start of something legendary? We're talking about one of the most beloved actors in the world, finally opening up and letting us peek into his heart. And what we're seeing is beautiful, pure, genuine love. If you've ever doubted that true love exists in the celebrity world, this right here is your proof. So here's my question for you. What do you think is going to happen next? Will Lee Min-ho and the mystery woman finally go public with their relationship? Or will they keep giving us these sweet little moments to piece together like a puzzle? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'm reading every single one of them, and I know you all have some amazing theories. And don't go anywhere because this story is far from over. In fact, what I'm about to share with you next will make your hearts race even faster, because what happened after they left the event might just be the most romantic twist of all. Are you ready for that? I hope you're ready because what happened after they left the event is something you won't stop talking about for days. Trust me when I say this. It's the kind of romantic twist that feels like it was pulled straight from the pages of a K-drama script, except it's real, and it involves none other than Lee Min-ho himself. So here's the scene. The dinner event wraps up, the guests begin to leave, and the cameras slowly start turning off. But for Lee Min-ho and his special someone, the night was far from over. People who were lucky enough to be around the venue said the two of them didn't just disappear into separate cars like many would expect. No, instead, Lee Min-ho personally walked her out to the car park, staying close to her the entire time. His hand lightly rested on her back in that protective, caring way that makes fans weak in the knees. The way he leaned in to speak softly to her as they walked out. Oh my goodness, lovely viewers, that moment alone is enough to make anyone swoon. Now here's where things get even sweeter. When they reached the car, instead of letting the driver handle everything, Lee Min-ho opened the door himself. Yes, the superstar who is adored by millions worldwide did something so simple yet so romantic. He opened the door for her and waited patiently until she was comfortable inside. And when I tell you fans who managed to catch this on camera lost their minds, I mean it. Clips of this small yet intimate moment are now going viral everywhere, and people cannot stop saying how it shows his true gentlemanly nature. But wait, This is only the beginning of what fans are calling the after story. After making sure she was settled, Lee Min-ho got into the car as well, and the two drove off together into the night. No flashy entourage, no public drama, just the two of them sharing a quiet ride after a big evening. Can you imagine the conversation that must have happened in that car? The laughter, the teasing, the soft words of appreciation. It's enough to make your heart race just thinking about it. Here's the twist that has fans completely freaking out. Sources say the car didn't head straight to their respective homes. Instead, it made a stop. Where, you ask? At a cozy, private cafe that was already closed for the public but opened for them. Can you picture that scene, lovely viewers? Dim lights, the soft hum of music, and just the two of them sitting across from each other, sharing a late-night coffee and dessert. If that's not the definition of romance, then what is? Reports from insiders say that the conversation between them during that private stop was nothing short of magical. He kept complimenting her cooking, telling her how much that dinner reminded him of the warmth of home. He even said something along the lines of, "You don't just make food, you make memories. Can we all take a second to melt together?" 'Cause honestly, that line deserves its own drama series. It shows that for Lee Min-ho, this isn't just about romance. It's about finding comfort and meaning in the simplest acts of love. And you know what else fans are noticing? Lee Min-ho seems happier, lighter, and more relaxed these days. People who attended the event said he had this glow about him the entire night, the kind of glow you only get when your heart is full. It's almost like being with her has brought out a side of him we've never seen before, a softer, more grounded side. And isn't that what true love does? It makes you shine in ways you never imagined. Lovely viewers, here's the part that truly makes this story feel like a fairy tale. After their little private stop, the two didn't rush home. No, they stayed there for quite some time, enjoying each other's company in peace, away from the flashing cameras and curious eyes. People say they laughed so much that the cafe staff couldn't help but smile watching them. Doesn't that just make you believe in love all over again? Because for me, this is proof that no matter how big the world sees you, the smallest, quietest moments are the ones that matter the most. And let's not forget the fans. The internet is still on fire. Edits are popping up everywhere with romantic background music, slow motion clips of him opening the door, and even fan art of the two sitting in that cafe. One fan tweeted, "Lee Min-ho didn't just declare his love. He wrote a whole new chapter of romance tonight." Another wrote, "This is the softest and most genuine I've ever seen him. Protect this couple at all costs." Lovely viewers, when fans are this invested, you know something real is happening. But here's the million-dollar question. What does this mean for the future? Will Lee Min-ho and his special someone make things official soon? Or will they keep giving us these dreamy little moments to treasure until the big reveal? Because one thing is certain, this dinner declaration wasn't just a one-time thing. Feels like the start of something bigger, something that will keep us talking for months. And I have to tell you this. Rumors are swirling that this isn't the last public event where we'll see them together. Word on the street is that there's another big occasion coming up, and both of them are on the guest list. Can you imagine what that means? Another chance for us to witness their undeniable chemistry, their quiet but powerful bond, and maybe even another moment that makes the whole world fall in love with their love story. Lovely viewers, now I have to ask you, how do you feel about everything we've shared so far? Do you think Lee Min-ho's actions are leading up to an official announcement? Or are they just enjoying these little moments without caring what the world thinks? Drop your thoughts in the comments because your opinions matter, and honestly, I'm dying to hear your theories. And before you go anywhere, don't even think about clicking away because the next part of this story might just break the internet. What if I told you that after this magical evening, something even more romantic happened the very next day? Oh yes, you're going to want to hear this. Should I continue with that, lovely viewers? 'Cause trust me, it gets even better from here.